like to welcome you to another episode of the Boldcasters. This is episode 23. My name's Clay. Our agenda is going to be Boldcast, Netflix and Neudecker, technology, Boldcastify sports update, news of the weird. And I'd like to welcome in Robert Neudecker and Jason Lovett.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going?
It's going.
Bold City News. Amazon submits plans for a second fulfillment center. I wish Mark was here.
Yeah, dude, we could hear him go off the rails.
Well, it's gonna have UPS is gonna have to step up.
He's going to hate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
How much he went off about the first one?
This builds opportunities. They're gonna have to pay people more to keep them there. It's smart.
Yeah, it's really
It's
good.
only gonna help him.
Yeah.
I like the idea. So basically, from what we've gathered, Amazon has requested a permit from the city of Jacksonville to start construction near Cecil Airport.
Yeah, so I imagine it's going to be a little bit of flight stuff, like shipping out. I think
That's gonna be next to air a lot.
I'm assuming, probably.
Yeah, probably next to air. Absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's actually going to be on 103rd Street.
Wow.
Must be deep.
It's going to be very, very deep, 103rd.
Yeah.
So probably like right there near the end. But they've actually put a requirement for more than 1 million square feet of workspace.
Damn.
I think that may be bigger than the other spot.
It is. A
So-
good percentage, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then expected to open in fall 2017. So it's gonna be a warehouse.
Yeah, it's gonna be a full-fledged warehouse.
Yeah.
This is impressive.
That's gonna be a monster.
Yeah, I mean, it's down there, but I mean, it's not at the very end.
No, it's not at the very end, but it's pretty
It's
close.
pretty close. It looks like it's after they're right past Brandon Field. What, fall of 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
pretty fast. That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying it's gonna be a warehouse.
Yeah, because I mean they can do a lot from there. I mean they can do the port, they can do air, they can just be transferred
Local.
to local. I mean that's gonna be big business. It's gonna make my shopping a lot easier.
Yeah, and the Amazon Prime is just gonna keep on going up.
Dude,
and
that's
up and
gonna
up.
be, that's gonna be glorious having Amazon Prime
Yeah.
down
What was that?
one day?
One day service. Yeah.
for a lot of things,
Do you guys know?
especially with two warehouses.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys know? I read somewhere online. I don't know how long ago, but it was recent enough. Are they gonna use the drones?
I believe I understood some of them they will be doing.
I don't think they're gonna do it here though.
Yeah, because they probably get shot down by a bunch of rednecks.
Well, I mean, the zoning laws and the
Yeah.
fact that you have the Navy base here, it's opening a window for too much.
Yeah, probably. I was just kind of curious.
But I've heard it. They are going to use it. I believe somewhere in Florida, maybe Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa makes sense. Even
Even though they still have
Tallahassee
it,
area. But here, it just doesn't make sense. Because you're talking about too many zoning laws. It's going to cost them so much money to get that passed.
But they're looking at another 1,200 jobs for the Westside Industrial Park.
That's pretty cool.
Well, it's going to get a lot more ex-cons a job. So,
Oh yeah, for sure. So this brings their full total to investment to over $300 million. That's a lot of money to
And
put
will
in Jacksonville.
employ at least 2,700 people after it's all said and done.
That's pretty good because this is going to be Project Velo that we've been waiting on. We didn't know what it was going to be. We had an idea it was going to
Yeah.
be this, but with the fact Rex was actually Amazon.
there's even a grant.
This one, sure.
$200,000 grant just for training.
Yes.
So the city's investing a lot of money in it too.
Yes. Well, I mean, think about all the things it does for the city.
Yeah, I mean, this particular hub creates over 1,000 jobs. I'm not trying to say 325 jobs is that many, but I mean, just to make in excess of $30,000 more than likely would probably be, nice.
No, absolutely. That'd be.
Well, I mean,
There's so many opportunities there.
Well, 325 jobs is going to pay over 50,000. That's pretty good too. I mean, it's not the same number as the 12,000, but I mean that's still a good portion. People
That's
can make a
still
lot
a
of money.
pretty solid number.
Yeah, it's about
So
a
that just
quarter.
proves that they're willing to, if you start at the ground level and move up, you have the option to make a lot of money.
Right. I agree 100%. It's something to definitely stay linked up on.
Yeah. Another cool happening. We all like to hang out. Even Neudecker, whenever we can drag him out of his home in Clay County,
Just give them my address. That's all.
we like to hang out
411
in the
go to hell,
Riverside
yeah.
and Avondale.
Yeah, everyone likes Avondale. Well, because of recent changes happening to Avondale, the Loop is having to look for a new home because the complex they're in is going to be demolished.
Yeah.
It's been that way for years, though.
Oh yeah, it's been pretty crummy.
Because when we worked at Publix, I heard about that.
I mean, now I think they were one of the last people to leave. Honestly.
Oh yeah, they've been holding. I think there's like a doctor's office or something over there, like maybe a dentist, something.
Yeah, because I remember the España, the grill place that closed down and moved out to the beaches.
Did that? Oh, Expedito.
Yeah, Expedito.
Yeah, that was really good actually. But in recent news, Loop Grill is moving over to the Ortega River. They're going to be taking up one of the first new spots on the river on this new use development that's going to be on Ortega for 18,000 square foot. I think it's what used to be Pier 17, from what I'm understanding. A couple of people I've talked to.
Yeah, across from the Chamberlain Book Mine, the Chick-fil-A over that area.
Yep. I believe it has something to do with Sadler Point or whatever.
Going to have a lot better parking.
Depending, yeah. I won't say it's great parking comparatively, but it'll definitely be a little better. I don't know how much better it is going to be to get to, but
well, you'll
it
have
should
to
be a
deal
little
with
better.
the snake road, as I
Right, you don't
call
have
it.
to weave in and the winding, but you can just hop right off Roosevelt, turn around.
It's more
and it'll be right
accessible
there.
for most
It
people.
is a little bit more accessible.
Because that was more like you had to know about that place to know where to go.
Right.
Because there's not a whole lot over there besides the loop at that time.
Right. When they first, because I don't know how long they've been there, but they've been there since we were kids.
Yeah.
And we're talking like more than 25 years ago.
I'm assuming it's going to be a bigger spot, too.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm assuming so too. And
And being right there on the Ortega, that's nice real estate.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, they were anyways, but further up.
They didn't lose their waterfront property at all. So they saw
No.
that field.
No, and they're right there sandwiched between a lot of marinas, between Sadler, Hawkins, and then you got Lambs down the street.
yeah,
So, I mean, you've got a lot of opportunities and people that will be frequenting there. They're not going to lose any business.
and I feel like they got a little bit farther away from Mello, who might have been a slight competition on some level.
No, I'll agree. They probably did.
Oh, yeah.
Because you had Mello down there, you Harpoon Louise, you had that one pizza place that your parents
Oh, yeah,
go
yeah.
to, the Ale Pie House or whatever it is.
Yep.
So, I mean, you had a couple places that started popping up. I mean, Harp's has been there a little bit, for a while. But you started having a few pie places popping up in recent years.
So yeah, I think it's for the best, honestly.
But I'm pretty sure it's where Pier 17 used to be, a marine supply business. I think it's going to hold a new start for Loop, or at least the Avondale location per se. I guess will be an Ortega location. But definitely kind of switch some things out, then reach out to a new base and kind of change some things up.
Yeah.
But the current location, I believe, will vacate on the 11th of December.
So very, 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 very.
Yeah,
soon.
that'll be a wrap. And they'll open up at the Pier 17 location.
It sucks for the staff.
Spring
Because they're going to be
17.
without a job for a while if they even
Yes.
decide to stick around.
Yes, which I've not been able to understand what the transition period is going to be.
I don't know if they're giving like a severance or
Right.
how that's worded. You
Or
think
if they're
you're
going
keep
to
the
other
same staff.
stores or what.
Yeah, I think there might be franchisees.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
not 100% of that.
Because that's a long time to go without work.
Oh, it is. It definitely is. That's what you're talking about, like 3 months there. So, give or take exactly when the store opens.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So, here's a little blurb that actually Jason found on tech insurance resources for the best places to live. Jacksonville was rated one of 31 places in the United States of the best places to live.
For tech entrepreneurs, yeah.
Yes, for tech entrepreneurs. I thought that was pretty awesome.
That's pretty yodel.
Best nightlife, best place to raise a family, best place to live if you're on a budget, best place if you love outdoors, best place for beach bums, best
Outdoors,
best place if you love a comeback story, best place best community vibe, best place for foodies.
Well, I mean, we were supposed to be the original Hollywood.
Yes.
We were supposed to be the home of Disney.
At one point.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to come
But we
back
decided
from
to
the
turn
wall.
all that away.
Yeah.
We can make a whole show of that.
Well, the fire did the Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't want to come after the fire. That was way too much money to invest, so they wouldn't
Yeah,
count.
but there's still more. We still had the silent movie business for another 10 years after that.
Yeah, then that died, just like VHS.
And this is true. But they basically have it broken down into categories. Atlanta got best place for foodies. Boston, best place to raise a family. Baltimore, best place for people who love a comeback story. I guess for high-paying steel jobs and manufacturing. Those who began to disappear when the city became on hard times. And then it shows in more details on shows that the city's based upon and a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I think The Wire helped too. Brought people to the city, that old series.
Yeah.
On HBO.
Yeah.
Which is a really good watch.
All right,
And then-
check it out. Then you have like Cleveland, best place for a comeback story, which because I guess Cleveland, the Cavaliers want to.
Yeah, as long as you're not a Browns fan, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the city's first title since '64.
Detroit, same thing. Oakland,
Same thing.
Like Detroit is on there? Well, I mean, I thought they only had homeless people.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, really.
The city is exited bankruptcy.
Oh.
So that's a comeback story.
Oh.
They were denied bankruptcy, so they exited bankruptcy. Is that what happened?
Oakland is experiencing significant change. Like many cities, it shares its ups and downs. Was recently profiled as USA Today's Hard Knock City working on a comeback.
Are they losing their football team?
Yes, probably so.
That's a great comeback there, guys.
That's what can you say? Jacksonville's best place if you're on a budget. That's Duval.
Nice. I kind of like it. Medium household income $46,768. Medium age 36, younger than any other city in Florida.
That says a
Volume in
lot.
row. I mean, with the whiskey coming in to
Yeah.
Florida, the beer industry here.
Oh yeah, the
with,
craft beer industry is amazing.
Within the next 5 years, if they, actually do allow the weed business to grow,
Yes.
this is going to be the premier spot in America.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because if that happens, we're going to lose all the snowbirds, and it's going to be a lot better place to live.
Yeah. They'll move to a different area.
The population has dropped. I did not know it was only 868,000.
What do you think it was?
I thought it was about 900 and something. I knew.
Well, it was a lot higher. Katrina made it higher, but since a lot of people have moved since then, it has dropped.
Well,
it's mainly just people that actually moved.
Also, this is actually, I believe, just Duval County itself. A lot of people have started moving up to those suburbs. So,
Right.
Nocatee and all that good jazz.
Its cost of living is below the national average and is named one of the third most affordable cities in the United States by the Simple Dollar. I'm not sure what the Simple Dollar is, but I'd probably read it.
Yeah, there you go.
Jacksonville was also ranked on second on the list of 2016's best cities for tech, outside of California and New York.
Well, best thing to hear.
That's pretty cool.
That is very cool. Be a tech city of the future. Right here.
Tech Town South.
Tech town in the south. I like it.
Yeah, and even though we're not Hollywood, I do know some TV shows and films have been coming more and more to Jacksonville.
Yeah, they have.
doing filming.
I know the Bollywood are filming their
Talking about the Bollywood movies.
yeah.
Yeah, Bollywood, their Hollywood industry there. They've been doing some filming in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I accidentally ran through one of their shootings.
But like they said, who wouldn't want to live near the beach? As Mandy Putnam said, Director of Community Operations for Tech Talent South. It's great for a tech startup company, which, I mean, as we've got one right here, in some form or fashion. Jacksonville also gets an honorable mention for great place for beach bums.
It's amazing what happens when the Bible Belt loosens up just a little bit, what companies can do when that happens.
Oh, yeah. And also holds an annual tech conference, which unites the entire tech community for one mega day of networking for each year.
Wow.
Which gets 800 attendees.
Now, can we please get a Comic-Con? I'll be happy.
That'd be amazing. That'd be very cool. But, I mean, for the general population, the medium income, which is just beneath 50,000, which is not bad.
No.
And, of course, this being the largest city of square footage in the lower 48s. I mean, there's a lot of positives about the entire city itself.
Yeah,
We were one, Nashville, 2 in Raleigh, North Carolina, 3 in Houston, and 4 in San Antonio, 1 of 5 to be on this list.
That's awesome.
Of this actual group.
to be
Best place on a budget.
Yeah,
Best tech place on a budget.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool, and I love that we're finally growing in a positive direction.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So am I. It's always good to see. Any time of growth, that's excellent to see. All right. And with that, we have our last piece of Bold City news. Dog park. Who likes a dog park?
No one.
Too bad, because guess what? We've got one. And it's coming to the Jacksonville International Airport.
That's really awkward.
It is, isn't it?
Isn't it inside?
Is it
inside.
Is it indoor, outdoor carpet?
Yes-ish.
The smell. Oh my.
Well,
Is that a
actually,
red random fire hydrant? Like that's what
a
dogs
gentleman
go
that
for?
I know who works there, a couple of them, who actually alluded to this fact. I already knew about it. Told me, well, they didn't give me the dimensions, but
It has artificial canine turf. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
That is disgusting. Who's got to spray that off?
I know a few of them. Anyways, it's 22 by 36 foot area between concourses A and C.
I wonder if it's the old USO club.
Oh, no, that's a good question. Actually, I think it might be. Actually, I
The
believe.
smell might just be from that.
Well, yeah, honestly.
Oh, God.
But it's actually a very popular activity. A lot of places are doing it. It's got a little pet potty station with even a colorful fire hydrant. And the canine turf can be hosed down. Sanitary sewer drain beneath the automatic system that flushes the area out every 45 minutes. And a special handling system that keeps the area odor-free.
Yeah, I was about to say, how are they going to get the smell out? Because just the...
I don't even want to know.
Where's the outtake going to be? Because I hate for the person who has to be by the outtake.
I don't know. I'll get more news on that here not too long from now. But JIA joins the likes of other major airports such as JFK, Dallas-Fort Worth, Seattle-Tacoma, and San Diego International as other airports to install pet stations.
Well, I mean, if it's worked up in those places, I mean,
you gotta hop on board the bandwagon.
Staff.
yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, that's a pretty shitty situation.
Sucks.
Like if the
yes.
intake dies, they're going to have to get in there and clean it out.
Yeah, suck, right?
Oh, man. You're not going to be able to wash that out.
Let's be honest, that's just pretty terrible. So, with that being said, I guess it's time for some Netflix and Neudecker.
So I got a random show I found thanks to BBC, but I don't have that. So what I actually found it on was AMC. For some reason, they have that. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm not going to argue. I'm trying to remember the name of it right now, but basically what the show reminds me of is Twilight Zone meets Sherlock Holmes. It's a very, very weird show. It has the dude that played Frodo in the Lord of the Rings movie. It's called Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. This is how weird the show basically is. They're trying to find this guy that was the murderer of this guy. They're investigating it, and it looks like a giant animal ate this dude, but there's no animal. There's no evidence. They have this cat, and this cat can psycho project a shark, and you see this psycho projected shark bite this dude in half.
Jesus.
So they find the murderer. Insane show. Like they have these random vampire dudes that suck off weird psychic vibes.
Oh dear.
Awesome show. If you haven't seen it, I think they have 6 episodes on AMC. Most people have that channel. Most definitely worth a watch.
But you said it's British?
Yeah, it's a British show, but AMC has it. I guess they have a contract with him.
Yeah, they made a deal or something.
Yeah, so I've been watching. It's actually 5 episodes they have so far of season 1, all watchable. Great show. I mean, if you like the Twilight-ish Sherlock Holmes kind of stuff like I do, most definitely worth a watch.
All right, that sounds pretty interesting. Have to try that out.
It definitely does.
The random cult thing with aliens devices that switch bodies.
Yeah, I'm not really into aliens and device things, but I'm gonna watch it anyways because I've watched kind of a lot of your stuff as of late. A lot of your suggestions.
Netflix and Neudecker, catching everyone by storm.
It's fire, it's yodel.
Fire and yodel. All right, and with that, we're gonna move to technology. Some news. Apparently, Amazon has been exploring moving to live sports for its Prime offerings.
Yeah, and I've been kind of wondering, when like Netflix or Hulu was going to do something like that.
Yeah, I was waiting for Netflix to do it, honestly.
I was honestly waiting for
them to be their next step. Hulu, I could see definitely.
It would have made more sense, but hey,
because basically the ownership. Because
Amazon,
as we talked a couple of weeks ago, Time Warner having a part in that, and all the hands that Time Warner's in.
Well, I personally don't see Netflix doing it because then they'd have to add commercials to their show, and they're very stickler for not having to do that. Hulu makes more sense, but they're more of wanting to control their programming and having a clear vision of what they're allowed, where Amazon's kind of new to the market, in my opinion, and them going to more of the sports makes more sense to me.
And they've got an awful ton of money to throw at.
Yeah, that is true. They have an unlimited amount of money.
They have a hockey game. They can literally have at the bottom of your screen, you want a signed hockey stick? Use your Amazon Prime now.
Yeah.
I mean, they
That's
can
true,
hit
too.
every market with everything they do.
Oh, absolutely.
So smart. But basically, according to the Wall Street Journal, Amazon's been in talks with a number of sports leagues, including the National Football League, the American Basketball Association, MLB, MLS, exploring the possibilities of incorporating in live events with Prime. The talks could be a reportedly exclusive sports package that could be sold alongside of Prime, which could help attract new customers to the $99 service.
I mean, it's
just-
for a year, so.
or like packaging it in.
But I don't know.
Amazon did reportedly try to exclusively get the NBA pass, but was denied by the league, which preferred to keep offering it widely.
I just don't see them getting NFL, NBA, even the main hockey leagues. I think they're going to have to start with the minor brands and prove they can do it before anyone's going to sign on to that.
Well, I mean, NFL got Twitter.
Well,
Yeah.
but not.
But not every game.
No. But I mean, they did
Yes.
the Thursday night games.
Yes, and that's probably that. I guess that's what Neudecker's talking.
Right.
Well, they're gonna have to get Monday night games or something like that. You know.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to start at the bottom level because I say they start with cricket or something small and go, okay, we have this fan base, we can build
Right.
off of that. I'm not saying it has to be cricket, but I don't
I
think
get what
they
you're
can go
saying.
with a Monday night game or anything like that. I
They
think they
can
need to
start
prove in
with-
a minor sport and go, there is something here. Why don't we try this? Because they're not going to want to invest this time and money and lose on possible money with another company or a different streaming and be screwed because they signed a contract. They're going to have to prove themselves first.
No, fair enough. That makes a lot
Because their
of
original
sense.
programming, in my opinion, sucks. 'Cause
Amazon?
I hate the original programming.
I don't mind the Man in the High Castle.
Well, yeah, the Man in the High Castle's not that bad.
I mean, it's one or two shows, but I mean, to me, Netflix and Hulu have the original program.
Yeah.
Well, Netflix didn't really start out with the original programming being its bread and
They just
butter.
recently got that into
I don't know that. I'm just using it as an example. Neither did Hulu, but
Right.
they jumped on that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
To me, they have better original programming. Then
I'd still give Amazon a little time.
I
It
say
just
give them
started,
time,
yeah.
but that's my point. I think for them to get to what they want, they're going to have to prove themselves with a lesser sport.
Yeah, that's fair
Well,
enough.
I'm
I could see, not even a lesser sport, but I mean, I could see them getting like the
like a few games,
the what?
like just a few games.
Oh yeah, or like the NASL special contract, like the soccer league.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Something like that,
I feel
like
I feel,
a special
I feel
couple
like
of deals or something like prime
I feel
time.
like they would aim a little higher because it's Amazon.
Oh, I'm sure they probably would.
Or maybe if
but
they did like a cross brand where if you want to watch it immediately, you have to do Amazon Prime or you have to wait 2 days to watch it on this device and see how that works. And see if they
Yeah.
can get enough people to do that. I can understand that. That's what a lot of companies are like. I know we just finished that with like the BBC thing. You can't watch the program on AMC for a couple days because it has to be on the BBC app first. Kind of like the same. I think they might be able to do something with that.
I mean, it's quite possible, definitely.
Watch it live on Amazon or wait 3 days to watch it anywhere else.
Here's another thing. A lot of people are talking about how Netflix is kind of going a little bit more blockbusterish nowadays because the style
Yeah.
is no longer catered to the individual as much as it used to be.
To me, it never was. They never really told me, hey, you might like this. They never catered to me
Well,
once.
Really? I kind of felt like it was a little bit catered to what I watched.
yeah, it definitely like if you watch a lot of horror films, it pushed the horror films on you.
Yeah,
Like,
but it was never horror movies that didn't suck. It was always like the random, really bad ones. It never went by what my star ratings were. If I liked Hellraiser 1 and 2, it would give me Ghoulies or something. You know, a really bad. Like, I like Ghoulies, but it's not on the same level, that makes sense. They didn't really stick with the same genre, that makes sense.
Right. Well, I mean, just now they've just kind of changed their lineup to where it's you got your Netflix originals and all that stuff. What's trending to where instead of your stuff's on the top, now that's moved to the bottom. And a lot of people are starting to kind of gripe about it. And it's kind of more like browsing through a Blockbuster 20 years ago.
But I always enjoyed that. That's where you always found the best stuff.
It is kind of true. You're right.
I never liked the personalized style. I always went to whatever the newest was, or I'd go through everything in the horror section or the action section, because it never really catered to me personally. I always find stuff on my own on Netflix, never what they told me to watch.
So you just like browsing?
Yeah.
That's similar to the Blockbuster style, and I mean, actually kind of paid off.
Yeah, I mean, to me...
We all kind of enjoy just walking around the store and seeing what kind of perks your interest.
Exactly.
I don't know, it's something to be sit into. But Netflix is obviously still doing pretty well because, I mean, obviously they have their priorities straight in what they're doing. They can still personalize in certain aspects. Content is still there. They don't have the negotiation to their rights because, I mean, it's still their streaming properties. Rates and contents are kept down. They've had to change things because, of course, you now have Amazon, Hulu, and Sony in the market.
Yep.
So Sony now getting in there. Things are changing. It's always ever changing.
That's better than the Vista.
Wow. That's rough. I mean, I actually have the View. It's actually pretty good as long as you get good service.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's oddities. I like it. It's different when the style's changed.
Yeah.
But there's definitely aspects I do like about it. But there's a whole lot that can be derived from the original Netflix was. If that makes any sense.
Well, I understand, but every review I read when they first started doing the personal, you had to spend an hour going through all these stupid little questions, and they would pop up with all this stuff, and you're saying, well, what do you think about this and that? And I did that. It just never worked for me. I guess because my basis of movies is so far in between, because I like a lot of different stuff. And they just never really linked anything I liked unless I already liked it. Then they go, hey, do you like this movie? I heard you gave it a star rating. Why are you bringing this up? You know?
Yeah, that is kind of aggravating when it starts
That's what it always did.
And that's my thing. It just kind of it kind of gets at me when they start kind of forcing crap on you.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy they're getting rid of it because I mean, to me, I want to watch what I want to watch. I know what I like, and I know how to search for it because that works for me. So
I just don't want to see their really crappy programming. I mean, I like their good ones, but they're like really bobo programming, like that Kevin Hart one. I don't want to watch that. All right, with that, we're going to slide over to this Boldcastify Sports Update. Not too much going on in the world of sports, but we've got a couple pieces of news. The U.S. men's soccer team has released Jurgen Klinsmann.
Which that was a real shock.
Yeah, it shocked a few.
I mean, he lost to Mexico at a home match, which hadn't happened ever.
Yeah,
that was no bueno.
No bueno at all. Yeah, it wasn't good. He basically said the people that were in charge didn't know what they were doing. He blamed it on everyone else.
Of course he has to, right?
Said they didn't know there was inconsistencies, of course, since he's taken over.
That's a good way to get fired.
He was what they made it the 8.
Yeah, the League of 8, but only on the last World Cup. Yeah, but only on a like a tie or something. I knew it was like a little something.
I mean, he was all right, but not really great. But after a decade away, we have Bruce Arena coming back.
Oh,
yeah,
which is I guess kind of big news. He's going to be replacing Jurgen on the soccer, likely ensuring that he will be the only man to take the USA to 2 World Cups and will have a third go-around in 2018. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Hopefully he can kind of get them a little more back on track because obviously going 0-2 in the final round of the World Cup qualifying wasn't a good start.
No.
So when they were considering him as possible candidates for the takeover, it looked really good. I think it's good to have him back because he was in charge of the national team from 98 to 2006. They had a lot of good qualities. It was the best the USA was at since 1930.
Wow.
With him.
That was the 2002 one, right?
Yes, I believe so. His first run with the team, they set an all-time record with wins at 71.
But I hear
he won the Gold Cup twice and the Confederation Cup.
But I
believe he was with the Galaxy.
But am I to understand he's just the interim coach, right?
I don't know.
Or is he the...
Pretty sure it's a contract until 2018. So
yeah, pretty sure he's in there.
He's contracted.
Or why they just do it temporary, maybe.
Pretty sure I just read something about he's good until 2018.
But unfortunately, it seems like he's got a mess to take care of because personally at Wing and Ford, they've got some issues.
Yeah.
They're very consistent. So there's a mess in the entire soccer team to begin with. It's definitely not the team that he left originally.
No.
So definitely something to keep an eye on. Anyways, with that, we're going to slide on over to college football. Notre Dame forced to vacate wins from 2012-2013 due to ineligible players.
All right.
So petty.
All right.
How does it even matter?
Yes, I agree. I agree to a point.
Saying it because the student trainer did classwork for 2 football players.
One of them being a Polynesian player that now plays for the San Diego Chargers. All right.
Was he without a girlfriend?
Yes. All right.
My question is, how's that going to affect anyone's rankings at this point?
It's dumb. It
doesn't.
It doesn't take away from the time you were at that game, when you were at the stadium, or you were on the field playing that team, and you know you won the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from
Well, I mean, it doesn't affect the rankings right now.
No.
All it does is tarnish the school.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, people are going to forget about it a week later. Is there even a fine that's going to happen?
All right.
Yes, a $5,000 fine.
All
That's
right.
it.
That's pocket change.
All right. It gets even stupider here, because just like Joe Pa, 10 years later, once everything is forgotten, they will give him right back.
Possibly, probably, but
Joe Pa, the guy that let Sandusky molest little kids,
wow.
got his winnings back. I mean, come on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like the NCAA is a joke.
Yeah.
They try to be this hard ass controlling stepmom.
They're not affecting the team at all at this point. They're giving them a slap on the wrist with a fine. I think they're just going, well, don't do it again, guys, but we have to do something public that doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they didn't even take away. They didn't even take away. Not draft picks. What are they called? Scholarships.
No, they didn't take any scholarships.
Yeah, they didn't take any
It's a slap on the
scholarships.
wrist. They just
It's like
they had to do
like-
something public. That's all it was.
It's like, don't do that again, Billy.
Billy.
Yeah, they took a lot away. It's very interesting to see. I don't know. I don't like the idea. It's kind of dumb, to be honest.
My question is-
Kelly said he has zero responsibility. Absolutely none, which he doesn't. But he wants zero responsibility. But the team already sucks. They're underachieving big time this year, because we saw them here in Jacksonville. They lost to a pretty average Navy team. They're definitely underachieving. They're not going to a bowl game for the first time in years.
But my question is,
He's probably basically Kelly's gonna be fired.
they're doing this now, but how long have they known about ineligible players, or why do they sit on it this long? Just go, hey, we're in trouble now.
Well, I'm sure they probably from probably last year they probably have been like researching. They got all their eyes crossed all their T's.
That's a long time for an audit. They need to get some better people.
No,
Maybe,
I agree.
Well, yes, I agree too.
'Cause,
I mean, look how long it took for Joe Pa. Joe Pa's whole thing. I mean, he died before his stuff came to fruition.
Yeah, that's very true. And we got some little bit of breaking news. The Las Vegas National Hockey League team picks its name, and the team name will be the Golden Knights.
That is horrendous.
That logo is something to be desired for dang sure.
I'm not sure what the colors are.
It looks like baby blue.
I don't think it's baby blue.
It looks like teal and bronze.
Yeah, teal and bronze or something. I'm not.
So they're gonna have like a
much as
300
like logos
reject
in there.
as the mascot.
Mascot? Yes.
He's gonna be one cold dude.
So yeah, everyone was talking about. They've been waiting for the name and logo to be announced for the better part of 6 months.
They really just threw that together. I don't think they tried.
No, I don't think they did either. That's pretty bad.
I would have preferred to see a reject Mighty Duck logo.
Well,
I mean, it's not totally terrible.
It's not good, bro.
It's generic. It's like
That's what I was about to say. It's very generic. It's very abstract.
All right, it's like
That's what it is. It's very
like,
abstract.
It's like Ken Babby bought a hockey team.
It's like that's not
It's-
going
no,
to
it's
sell
much better than
merchandise. I mean, you're going to have to come up with a
Much
logo.
better name.
You'd
it's
be
really
better off
not.
doing the
Well, it's
Las
a generic
Vegas
name,
Strippers.
too.
That's what I was about to say. It's really not a better name, but it's still better than the. I'm not going to say it, but it's still better than the Vegas Golden Knights. So I guess it's
That
not
doesn't
going to be
even
called
go
Las
off the
Vegas.
state.
No, they're actually a silver state. So, but they named them the Golden Knights.
Are they trying to move the team already? I mean, what's going on?
I don't know. I don't have no idea what the idea. The team officially announced the name and logo at a much hyped ceremony Tuesday at the Toshiba Plaza next to the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas.
All right, let's just cut the BS. That logo is crap. It is. I bet you the same organization that came up with the Jumbo Shrimps logo did that logo. It would only make sense.
Well, they did a better job.
Yeah, the Jumbo Shrimp logo is at least more detailed.
Yeah,
this looks like someone did it on a cocktail napkin and turned it into work.
I could do that.
I mean, look at the bottom.
Seriously,
It's
I could probably do that.
even. Like the shield at the bottom is all wonky.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the 3D effect.
No. Well, this basically supposed to be a shadow. Basically, the teal over here, I think that's teal or emerald green, is supposed to be a shadow effect. Like the light's hitting the gold, and that's the shadow on the side.
Yeah, and they went really overboard. The mask has to do a V. It has to be a V.
Yes. For
Vegas.
description.
Yes.
For Vegas.
Like someone's watching X-Men.
Jason just got on. That's the V for Vegas.
Someone's watching the X-Men cartoon. It's like, you know how Magneto's helmet does like an L?
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It looks like Magneto's helmet. So
this is Sparta.
It's
not very happy right now.
No, it's really bad, to be honest. From the Vegas Golden Knights. So I guess they're not going to be called Las Vegas. They're going to be called the Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess they're planning on getting another team soon.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Hopefully.
Golden Knights will be the first team from a major sports league to play in Las Vegas, and the first NHL expansion team since the Minnesota Wild and the Columbus Blue Jackets entered the league in 2000.
Well, they might have a better name than those two.
Yeah, those were not very good.
That's another.
I see it's a trend.
I don't know if these are alternate logos. Or
I hope not. That's even worse. It looks like the WCW logo, but with swords.
Wow, kind of does actually.
Well, I think it is.
It was very close.
But yeah, he's telling people throughout the entire night that he had registered Desert Knights, Silver Knights, and Golden Knights as his final aspects. He wanted Black Knights as part of being a West Point graduate.
That would not translate well.
But he was basically told to screw off by the Army. That you're not naming your shit after us. As for the colors, Foley said he wanted them to signify strength, character, power, so we can build a culture and never give up. I'm still not sure what the colors are, but
maybe he was going for maybe like a light forest green. Maybe it's not.
I don't know.
It's not very.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a dark. It's like a forest. Like I don't know. Like a bluish forest green.
Yeah, I don't know. It's horrendous.
It's not good. Whatever it is, it's not great.
The whole logo isn't that great. I don't even like the dang V, to be honest.
No.
Oh.
Whoever that was right there in the picture was not very great either. At least they were playing in a new arena, but their locker room looks atrocious too.
Yeah.
So at least their locker room matches the team. But there's no red. There's no red in their logo, in their actual main logo, but they have red in the alternate. I still don't know what their colors are.
Steel gray jersey socks with thick gold stripe and red trim. Can someone make these up, please? A gold jersey. Oh, that's an imagination.
I'm guessing. This has got to be good.
Oh, UCF. Boo.
I was trying to remember it. That's what it reminds me of.
Well, yeah, that's what they used to be called. The Gold Knights.
That's what even makes it more weird.
Because, I mean, they were called the Gold Knights until this. So, what, you're naming yourself after a college team?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Now we're looking at a hat.
Okay, that looks a little bit
blue.
It looks a little.
That's more bluish.
It looks a little bit.
I think overall it's a
in a
stupid
shield.
design for a hockey team. It does not make sense.
I mean, it looks better than what it could have been.
Yeah, it looks a little bit better now.
Now they have the goalie's mask
Being like
similar to
that should be dope.
That would be fire, but I
Yeah.
doubt they're going to do that.
Well, they can just as long as it doesn't get a puck in his eye.
I'm just talking about like the paint job. If they can make it look similar to that,
Oh yeah,
I think that'd be fire.
I
And I think it would help the team to get over. But what I'm saying right now, I'm not interested.
to get over. I love it.
Yeah.
From the dark side to the light side, or light to dark.
Just for someone to actually be sitting in the seat that's not drunk.
Well, it's Vegas, bro.
Yeah, but you can. I'm talking about you can go to a strip club and get drunk and have fun. What makes you want to go to a hockey game in Vegas?
Because you've already been to the strip club the night before.
I'm not seeing your point.
Well, you're trying something different.
But there's free food. There's a buffet.
I'm sure there'll probably be a buffet here too.
But it won't be free.
Well, he's got a point. Probably won't be free.
I mean, if they're going to be missing teeth, there might as well be titties. Is what I'm trying to get to.
So, is that another version of it? 'Cause there you go.
I called it.
Yeah, but I mean, this Oh, there you go. The Vegas bounty hunters. This is pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
I probably would too.
That would work. I would like that.
I would be good with that. The Vegas bounty hunters. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, to be honest.
Not the Trojans or whatever the hell they're calling themselves.
I mean, there's so many opportunities and so many good things that they could have announced.
It's like they just find the most generic, cheapest thing they can go with. And just go.
And the thing is, they pushed this release back 3 times.
A bunch of times, actually, yeah.
That's what I don't understand. It's like, why?
Because they're stupid. I hope not. That's like sword in the stone.
A sword
inside the V.
We just seen one thing that shows a sword inside
that's asking
a V.
for a feminist to be so mad right now.
A sword. Wow. Yeah. That's.
I didn't even think of that until you did that there.
You know, there's some lady petting her 5 cats with curls and hair.
Oh my god!
This is so wrong.
Man, this is good for media right here.
It looks like he just got fired.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I'm at a loss of words. We just wasted 15 minutes talking about a shitty hockey team.
Well, it's hockey. Someone's gonna get punched in the face.
This is very true.
That's all that matters.
So, I don't know. We'll check it up and see if there's any news on it. Well, with that being said, we're going to move on to news of the weird.
What the heck? Prostitute gives lessons in respect to man who try to pay with a boiling egg. Pay for sex, I'm assuming.
Maybe he thought she was hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, this happened in Zimbabwe. So, okay.
Do they even have money over there?
I don't know what they usually pay with. I'll be honest.
All right. You're going to do this?
Apparently boiled eggs, because, I mean, that's what I would think.
Well, that's what he used.
They still have mud huts over there.
Moses Mushu or whatever.
Well, the name is irrelevant. Approached a woman, Zimbabwe. He followed her breasts through her bra without permission before asking for sex in return for an egg, costing
1p each.
1p each, which let's just
£1 maybe.
Let's just.
So that was a form of currency, apparently.
I guess.
Yes. However, she did not like this. According to a local source, she got revenge by hitting the dude with a beer bottle and punching him in his face. Well,
that's just
he was floored by the punch and left with heavy bleeding from the head. He was quoted as saying she should have just said no. The woman said that she had acted that way because because she was trying to teach the man respect.
They need to be taught a lesson on respect.
Well, it makes sense.
Which, I mean, it's pretty right. I mean,
yep, he is definitely bleeding in the picture.
In the picture, you see he is bleeding pretty.
He looks pretty drunk too.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Up.
I mean, because I know a lot of the currency over there is trade. Bitcoin, something really big over there as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it makes sense that he would try that, but the fact of he's going to sample the product,
right?
And I don't even know if she was a prostitute. She'd be someone at the market for all we know.
That's true. Very
so
possible.
It's just the fact he's like, I'm going to carry this old, spoiled boiled egg in my pocket, and I think I'm going to try to find some.
Yeah.
So I think he got what he needed.
Whose idea is to try to pay with an egg anyways? I just don't know where you get off with that.
Charlie had a bad idea that day.
Wasn't good. Well, I wouldn't recommend it to people. And another piece of news.
This is a weird one.
Yes.
Not really.
This is all you, Neudecker. I'd never heard of such a thing.
Oh, I mean, thunderstorms and asthma kind of makes sense because the density of the air changes during a thunderstorm. And I've had it where I've been a little bit out of breath. So I have to take a puff of my inhaler every once in a while. Now, dying from it? That's a little extreme. I mean, she might want to have, the whole oxygen tank if she was that bad.
Well, an example, this is from Australia.
Oh, she probably got bit by a spider. That was no damn thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm asthma. Woman who died in Melbourne storm remembered by family. Hospitals in Melbourne were plunged into a state of emergency during the city's wild weather, with 2 people dying from unprecedented outbreak of asthma. One of the 2 people who died as a result of unprecedented outbreak of the thunderstorm asthma are to be remembered by family as a kind-hearted woman. I mean, she looks pretty kind-hearted.
Yeah.
Hope Cervelli died last night after suffering a horrific asthma attack. Melbourne says the storm hit after a scorching hot day, causing felled trees and damaged homes. But back on the young lady, the 20-year-old laid on her lawn for more than 30 minutes awaiting an ambulance to arrive, while family kept desperately trying to perform CPR.
I can see a really hot day, then a random thunderstorm hit. The air is so thin.
Yeah.
It's probably impossible to breathe.
Well,
she had
thick.
severe
So
asthma.
thick,
Yeah, so thick. It's probably impossible to breathe.
Yeah, she said the brother, or someone said the brother basically performed CPR for 20 minutes. He just kept going and going. There was nothing he could have done. Cavelli's uncle said,
She's a kind-hearted, beautiful, gorgeous little girl, he said. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
she was.
That's a shame. Ambulance Victoria's Mick Stevenson said paramedics dealt with a 6-fold increase in calls last night as a wildstorm moved through Melbourne. One patient rushed himself to St. Vincent's Hospital suffering from difficulty breathing. He thought he was dying. Gut Liu told 9 News he was struggling to breathe and felt even worse and worse from coughing and wheezing. I came here to emergency to the nurse, checked me fast. He said, I felt like I was dying, he told the medical staff, and they saved his life. Almost 2,000 000 calls for ambulance.
I guess that's the number, 000.
I guess, I'm not really sure, yeah. When the weather turned from around 6 to 11 p.m., Ambulance Victoria said the unusual levels would only see them take around 340 calls for help. So basically everything all of a sudden just flipped out.
Shit hit the fan, basically.
Essentially.
Every available ambulance had to be dispatched during the height of the storm with 50 extra vehicles needed and the Metropolitan Fire Brigade members deployed to assist. Dang.
So whatever it was, it got everyone bad.
Yeah.
It's something weird to keep an eye on. It's just an oddity more than news. I mean, news is weird, but it's just a very oddity. But a sad one. Because unfortunate people lost their lives. And here's one more piece of news of the weird. And our last piece of news for the evening.
Yeah, this is why people should probably start just working at Amazon.
Yeah, there you go. Where's Mark at?
I know, right?
Anyways, UPS driver accused of taking photos of a woman in the bathroom stall.
Where was this at?
Dinsville. Wherever the hell that is.
Yeah, that does not help.
I have no idea where this is.
I'm going to say New Jersey, because there's something about it.
Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, New Jersey in the article.
They're just dirty all the way up there. That's like a garbage dump, so.
Yeah. So.
UPS driver was charged last week with invading the woman's privacy after he took photos of her with her cell phone.
Maybe. All right, try that again.
And while in the bathroom stall, police said, John
F. Mears,
37 of Brian, changed his clothes from the UPS uniform while on his lunch break at a busy complex within the township on Thursday. Entered a woman's restroom, hid in the bathroom stall.
Captain Paul Nero.
said in
the news release.
Like, listen to George W. Bush read to kids.
Yeah. When a woman used the stall next to him, Mears allegedly aimed his phone at her from under the partition. Negro said the woman saw the cell phone, confronted Mears, who fled the scene. Negro said Mears later returned to the complex in uniform to pick up outgoing packages and was taken into custody by officers following an interview. Negro said he was released pending a court date. It's not believed Mears knew the woman he photographed.
What the
Negro said.
hell?
So he goes somewhere knowing that's on his route.
Yes.
I'm going to get a uniform. They're not going to know it's me.
Right.
I'm going to get out of my uniform.
Go in, take a little picture action.
Inside a women's restroom.
Almost get caught, then still come back there to pick up packages.
Yes.
That is not that. Okay, that's not news of the weird. That's news of the stupid.
Well, that's usually how it goes. It kind of goes hand in hand.
And you know what's funny? There's not one thing about UPS firing him.
No, there actually isn't. That's pretty good.
Well, they're hurting for employees.
Well, this is true. We know one of them.
It is the holiday season.
You know what they're saying? Did you kill someone? No.
You good? All right, it's not a big deal. Did you actually put your hand in her? You put your hand on her? No. You're fine. Don't worry.
When's your court date? Okay, you can work till the day of.
Yeah.
We expect you after the court date if you're not arrested.
Yes. You better come in that day. I don't care if you're in court. I don't care if you're in jail. You better get in here.
Wow.
If you're not, then you're terminated. Unless you can get out on it and we can get a break a deal.
I'm good behavior.
You'll get a pay cut if you're not here on time. That's what's going to happen.
All right, guys. Well, that's the Boldcastify special. That's Boldcasters 23. Thank you for joining us. I'm Clay Lorimore.
Jay.
This is Robert.
And be sure to look us up on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any other social media outlet you can think of. Any questions, hit me up at Boldcastify and Clay at Boldcastify.com. And with that, see you next time. Live bold and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Polio blankets for everyone.
There you go. America.
Great.
Family show. Family show. Family show.